What happens when a simple invitation morphs into a night that redefines the very limits of desire? Imagine stepping into a world where connections pulse with intensity, where intimacy and unspoken yearnings collide in a breathtaking moment. This is not just a story. It's a journey into the unknown, where one fateful decision can shatter everything you thought you knew about connections. Before I unveil the story of that fateful night that changed everything, pause for a moment to have you ever felt a deep yearning that pushes the boundaries of possibility? If you crave stories that twist and turn beyond the ordinary, then hit subscribe. Certain moments insist on being shared, resonating with the profound gravity of their importance. It all started with a seemingly innocuous invitation. My dear friend Kolden reached out to me, extending an invitation to a spontaneous gathering at his breathtaking penthouse. Only a few drinks, a sprinkle of conversation. He wrote, "You're going to fall in love with it." At first, I hesitated, but Kolden possessed an extraordinary talent for spinning stories that drew me in, making every moment feel utterly enchanting. After a grueling week, I felt the pull of adventure calling, promising a much-needed escape from the mundane. Stepping into the elevator, I felt a shiver of anticipation coursing through me, unaware that this moment would be the catalyst for a profound change in my life. Kolden greeted me at the door, his charm enveloping the space like a warm embrace. His warm smile and the gentle touch of his hand on my back as he guided me inside enveloped us in an atmosphere that felt strikingly natural, as if we were stepping into a world crafted just for us. He possessed an extraordinary ability to envelop me in a sense of belonging, as if I had finally discovered my rightful place. As he slid the glass of whiskey across the table, impeccably chilled and glistening with just the right amount of ice, his timing felt almost theatrical, a moment suspended in the air between us. Let me weave the stories of my companions into a tapestry of adventure. The penthouse loomed above, a breathtaking spectacle, just as it always had been. The vast windows unveiled a breathtaking panorama of twinkling city lights as the enchanting strains of jazz wove through the air, creating an intoxicating ambience. Kolden radiated an air of elegance and charm that captivated all who crossed his path. In a dark suit with an open collar, he wore a playful smirk that suggested secrets waiting to be uncovered, drawing you into an exclusive narrative that promised adventure and intrigue. In that moment, fate intertwined my journey with Karick. He leaned against the polished marble bar, the air thick with anticipation, as a story poised on the brink of revelation awaited its moment to unfold. With an easy demeanor and a knowing smile, he appeared poised to unveil a story or two, drawing you into the depths of his narrative. He radiated a primal, enchanting presence, an essence that irresistibly pulled others closer, effortlessly seizing their attention. Then, like a shadow emerging from the depths, Btrcik appeared, serene yet ever observant. His intense gaze pierced through the surface, as if it held the power to unearth the darkest secrets hidden deep within my soul. Initially, he remained silent, but an undeniable allure surrounded his tranquil demeanor. The four of us became entwined in a rich tapestry of connection, where whispers of shared moments danced in the air, bursts of joy ignited our spirits, and the soft clink of toasting glasses resonated like a heartbeat in the night. Kolden commanded the room, weaving tales that ensnared everyone, leaving us all in fits of laughter. Karick burst into the conversation with his sharp wit, his voice a deep, resonant melody that drew attention. Meanwhile, Btrcik remained a keen observer, soaking in every word, and when he did speak, his perfectly timed remarks held the power to enthrall all who listened. The tension in the room was palpable. The whiskey held secrets deeper than its amber depths. The embrace enveloped me, sparking vivid tales of warmth that danced in my mind. It was those individuals who held the key to everything. In their distinctive styles, they crafted a mesmerizing tale that drew me in deeper. At a pivotal moment, the dialogue twirled into a fantastical realm. Kolden leaned forward, a mischievous glint igniting in his eyes. With a measured nod, he set his glass down on the table, the sound echoing softly in the charged atmosphere. "Let's weave in some mystery to this tale. What do you say to a thrilling game of truth?" In all honesty, there are no hesitations, only the unfiltered core. Karick raised an eyebrow, captivated by the story that was beginning to unravel before him. With a sly grin, he whispered, "That's dangerous." "Indeed," Kolden replied, allowing the weight of his words to hang in the air as he prepared to unveil the tale that awaited. "What is the most daring journey you have ever undertaken?" The replies were utterly captivating. Karick felt the electric pulse of excitement as he stealthily slipped into the concert, his heart racing at the prospect of the unforgettable experience that awaited him. Btrcik recounted the moment his life took an unforeseen turn, leading him on an exhilarating journey to Europe, all sparked by a sudden, impulsive choice. As I moved ahead, the intensity of every stare bore down on me, a palpable force that quickened my pulse. A nervous chuckle escaped my lips as I lifted the glass, the cool rim brushing against my mouth. I find myself questioning whether I have ever set forth on a journey as daring as that. Karick's smile widened, radiating an infectious joy that seemed to light up the room. A flicker of something extraordinary ignites within you. Kolden crept closer, anticipation crackling in the air as he prepared to unveil his story. Tonight holds the promise of transformation, a moment poised on the edge of possibility. The air in the room crackled with an electric tension, charged with an energy that was almost palpable. And then Kolden asked the question that changed everything forever. Picture the thrill of an enchanting evening spent in the company of someone extraordinary from this circle, who would seize your attention like no other. My heart pounded fiercely as their gaze pierced through the air, locking onto me with an intensity that sent shivers down my spine. The air crackled with playful banter, but the intensity in their eyes betrayed a deeper yearning for a reply. Instead of choosing a single path, I found myself pondering, why not seize the opportunity to embrace all three? What was meant to be a light-hearted just took an unexpected turn. That's the tale I wove for my own existence. In that fleeting moment, the expressions etched on their faces spoke volumes, revealing a profound, unspoken bond that connected them all. With a determined stride, Kolden moved ahead, his resolve palpable in the air around him. He edged closer, his fingers brushing against my hand in a fleeting touch as he lifted my glass and set it down on the table. He spoke softly, his voice a velvety murmur, recognizing her remarkable talent for drawing in every gaze. His hand lingered on mine, a gentle warmth that ignited the space between us. He leaned in, the distance shrinking, and in that moment, the air crackled with unspoken emotions, heavy with anticipation. The warmth enveloped you like a soft blanket, a comforting embrace laced with a teasing challenge, as if he were daring you to explore the very essence of the moment. My breath caught in my throat as his other hand slipped to the small of my back, pulling me closer, enveloping me in a magnetic pull I couldn't resist. In an instant, an electric thrill coursed through me as I felt Karick's presence looming behind, an undeniable force that demanded my attention. His hands found their place on my hips, a steady yet gentle touch that sent shivers down my spine. "You're not the only one who's captivating," he whispered, his breath a tantalizing caress against my ear. His lips followed, trailing a warm path of kisses down my neck, igniting a fire within me. Kolden's hands glided over my hips, while Karick's warm palms gripped my waist, anchoring me as their eyes locked in a charged exchange behind me. Their touches, each distinct and electric, intertwined in a mesmerizing dance that consumed my every sense. Btrcik stood before me, his gaze steady and intense, a mixture of admiration and desire swirling in the air between us. He reached out, his fingers tracing a delicate line from my collarbone to my jaw, igniting a spark that sent shivers down my spine. His touch was both tender and resolute, as if he yearned to savor every fleeting moment of the encounter. Karick loomed nearby, a figure of raw strength intertwined with a gentle warmth, stirring a torrent of feelings within me. He glided through the room with an air of quiet assurance, guiding me away from the constraints of the evening's formality as the night unfurled into a realm of deep intimacy, both emotionally and spiritually. I paused, the cool air brushing against my bare skin, a fleeting whisper of sensation that vanished too quickly.
Kolden.
Fingers danced over my thighs, while his lips traced delicate, tender kisses along the arch of my neck. "You're stunning," he whispered, his voice a low, gravelly murmur that sent shivers down her spine. Btrcik moved in, his hand steady and genuine, the air around us thick with a palpable tension that stretched the moment into eternity. As his lips brushed against mine, an intoxicating wave of warmth surged through me, leaving my legs quaking with an electric thrill. As I leaned in, my fingers gripped his shoulders tightly, anchoring me in the moment. Karick's soft laugh echoed in the air as he positioned himself behind me, his hands guiding me with a gentle yet unwavering grip toward the couch. "Let me take away your worries," he said, his voice deep and soothing, wrapping around her like a warm embrace. As they carefully laid me onto the plush cushions, a rush of exhilaration and surrender enveloped me. Karick knelt beside me, his large hands tracing the curve of my waist, each caress sending a thrilling wave of shivers coursing through my body. Kolden settled in behind me, his presence a steady anchor, a comforting force as his hands gently rested at the small of my back. Btrcik hovered near, his eyes piercing into mine, as his fingers brushed against the strap of my bra, sending a shiver across my skin. He lowered it slowly, each movement deliberate, as if he wanted to savor every fleeting moment. Kolden leaned in from behind, his breath a tantalizing whisper of secrets against my ear. "You're incredible," he murmured, his voice a fragile thread in the stillness. With a deft touch, Karick's hands found the clasp, and in one fluid motion, he dismantled the last barrier standing in his way. I inhaled deeply, feeling the weight of their gestures, a silent language that wove an unbreakable bond between us. With each touch, they moved with intention, gentle yet profound, as if etching every curve of my skin into their very soul. Btrcik's lips met mine again, a tender yet resolute connection, his hands exploring downward, wrapping me in his warmth, grounding my senses. In stark contrast, Karick's touch was sudden and charged, brimming with an intense urgency. "Kolden." Fingers glided over my back, crafting a tapestry of sensations that ignited both calm and exhilaration. Karick's lips whispered against my collarbone, while his hands gripped my hips, pulling me onto his lap with an undeniable magnetism. His strength was palpable, and an undeniable pull enveloped me as he positioned me precisely where he desired. Btrcik's hands held me firmly, anchoring me in place as his gaze pierced through the air, deep and intense. He drew closer, and in that electrifying moment, our lips met, igniting a whirlwind of emotions between us. Kolden leaned in, his hands brushing against my thighs with a feather-light touch, his lips grazing my neck as he whispered, "You're everything I envisioned." They immersed themselves in the moment, each one adding a distinct energy to the atmosphere. Karick radiated a commanding presence, his confidence palpable in every gesture, while Btrcik enveloped those around him in a soothing embrace of steadfast kindness. Meanwhile, Kolden infused the atmosphere with a buoyant energy, his playful jests dancing through the air like sparks of joy. Every caress sent shivers down my spine, every kiss ignited a fire within, and each softly spoken word echoed in the depths of my soul, leaving me completely breathless. Karick led me with a blend of unwavering strength and deep understanding, while Btrcik drew closer, his quiet demeanor radiating a profound sense of care. As Kolden's fingers intertwined with mine, his steadfast presence anchored me, enabling me to immerse myself completely in the vivid experience unfolding around us. And then the moment arrived, a surge of emotions so powerful and unforeseen. It stole my breath away, enveloping me in the warmth of their united presence. It transcended simple desire. It was a vivid tapestry woven with threads of connection, an exhilarating fusion of sensations that left me breathless and irrevocably changed. The night unfolded like a tapestry woven with vivid moments and emotions, each caress and whisper intertwining, crafting a spell that held me captive at the center of their gaze. It surpassed the boundaries of the physical world, an unseen connection, a pulsating force that surged through the four of us. As time faded into the background, we became lost in each other on the couch, surrounded by the soft glow of city lights that twinkled like stars in the night sky. Karick lounged, his arm draped over me with an effortless ease. Each breath he took steady and soothing, creating a tranquil rhythm that enveloped us both. Btrcik sat beside me, his fingers tracing delicate patterns on my arm, weaving invisible designs that danced in the charged air between us. He turned his gaze toward me, a soft smile illuminating his features, his expression a captivating mix of gratitude and serenity. Kolden sat on the edge of the couch, his hand resting softly on my leg, his eyes fixed on the sprawling skyline beyond the window. With a sudden break in the silence, he declared that this was a moment that truly warranted the build-up of expectation. Karick released a gentle chuckle, his voice deep and alluring, drawing others in like a warm embrace. "It's evident to all of us, isn't it?" A smile slowly unfurled on my lips, my chest heaving with the aftershocks of everything that had just transpired. Never before had I encountered a night as extraordinary as this, I whispered, my voice barely breaking the stillness. Btrcik leaned in, his lips brushing gently against my temple, a tender moment that sent shivers down my spine. "It was your fate," he said, his voice steady, as if the weight of the world rested on his shoulders. His voice echoed with a heartfelt warmth that pulled at my heartstrings in the most enchanting way. The evening unfolded like a soft whisper, filled with gentle laughter and quiet conversations, as the four of us basked in the comforting glow of the connection we had created. It transcended mere passion. It was a moment that would etch itself into my memory, a story I would find myself reliving in my mind for years to come. This is your time to shine. Have you ever found yourself in an evening that transformed your entire existence? A moment so striking, so powerful, that it changed the course of everything? We invite you to dive deep and unveil your most daring and sincere moments in the comments below. If this story resonated with you, don't hesitate to show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing. Together, let's delve deeper into these authentic, unvarnished conversations. Your truth might just be the tale that sets another spirit free.